And I'm sitting in my car, and I'm facing, for those people who are familiar with Minneapolis, I'm facing south. So I'm looking about a block and a half away at the Third Precinct. To my right is the Target store on Lake Street, and to my left is AutoZone, and then right to the left in the corner there's the Minnehaha Liquors. And I'm hearing over my radio in my car, I'm hearing dispatch say that there are workers right now inside the Target who are barricading themselves inside because the store is being looted. And I'm seeing the mass of people to my right. And then they're saying the AutoZone is up in flames, and I can smell the smoke of the burning rubber. And then they're saying the Minnehaha Liquors has been looted. I'm seeing people on top of the building throwing Molotov cocktails onto the front steps of the Third Precinct. And all the while, I'm hearing intermittent radio transmissions of the officers inside the Third Precinct, everything from they're breaching the door, we have to get out. So I'm hearing all of this. And by the way, we are operating under a mutual aid, so this is it. This is all we have. The other agencies that were fortunate enough to get some bodies to help us, this is all we have. So it was at that time, and there's literally thousands of people. If your listeners go back and look at some of the video surrounding the Third Precinct that night, toughest call I made, I pick up the phone, my cell phone, and I call Mayor Fry. And I tell him, I remember this verbatim. I said, Mayor Fry, as your chief of police, I can no longer keep our city safe. I said, I'm asking you to contact Governor Walz to make a declaration to have our National Guard come in. And as I mentioned in the book, Mayor Fry pauses, and he says, excuse me, Chief? And I said, he didn't want to believe it, and I didn't want to have to make that call, but I said, I need you to contact Governor Walz's office, the governor, and make a formal declaration to have National Guard. And he said, okay. I then called my Assistant Chief Mike Jose at the time. He was up at the command post, and I said, I need an evac plan, like now. And he said, okay, Chief, so much is going on in the city. He said, okay, Chief, give me about an hour or so. And I said, no, Assistant Chief, we need one right now. These folks inside don't have an hour. And
you were worried people were going to get killed.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I should also point out, while this is all occurring, there's intermittent pistol fire, intermittent rifle fire. It was bad. And sometimes when you're in the crisis as a leader, there's only two choices, and it's bad and very bad. And so my focus, Ms. Davis, at that time was no more funerals. And I needed to make sure that those officers were not harmed, and also our civilians. It was a very chaotic scene that night.